it's Derek here once again from Pacific Coast Auto. This time we're looking at a year 2000 Toyota MRS. This one here bought from auction here in Japan for export over to the USA because the MRS is now 25 years old. 179,000 kilometers makes this one a higher mileage one by Japanese standards, but I will say that these are known to be reliable. They are a Corolla engine in an otherwise Toyota build quality car. Now, I feel like the MRS hasn't been given enough credit throughout its life. These things in Japan are hyper respected, and in North America, they were all sour because you didn't get the 2ZZ version of the engine in them with 180 horsepower. There's a little bit of an echo going on in here, isn't there? Give it a little rev here. And switch the engine off. Now, people who want the big power, they can buy other cars. You can buy a Mustang if you want. If you're looking for something sharp and precise with not a lot of power, maybe a car that the big boys want to drive because you actually need to be good at driving in order to go fast, that's what this is. And I will say they are hyper fast if you are good at driving, because you can take those corners a lot faster in this than pretty much any car other than a Lotus. Speaking of which, it kind of is like a Lotus, just a third of the price or less for 90% of what you get in the Lotus Elise. That is the version without the supercharger or the version without the 2ZZ engine. Still tons and tons of fun. Okay, I'm going to lower the hood here. I will say that the engine smells a little bit of burning oil. Looks like your valve cover is leaking in a few places. It's probably going to have to get that addressed. Doesn't look like it's anything other than a valve cover, but again, I can't get in there and take a look at everything, but you can smell the smell of oil landing on a hot exhaust. Okay, lower this down. That is the stock brace as well, that cross brace. Same thing as Toyota put in the MR2 before this. And it's called the MRS, but it's also called the MR2 in some areas. I believe North America called it the MRS, but Europe called it the MR2. Don't exactly know. Closes up for now. And as you can see, going around the car, it does have some peeling paint here and there. This one obviously would have been a bit of a cheaper one, but big win on the hard top. These things, pretty hard to come by, and to have one with a hard top already on it is perfect because the soft tops by themselves don't really last 25 years. So the soft top in this is likely in better condition than most of them. And then you've still got that good looking hard top, keeping the rain and the weather out in case you don't want to use the soft top. Okay, before we get into too many details, let's go now to the auction inspection sheet. Keep in mind, this is what we knew about the car before we were buying it. So I'll go ahead and translate from Japanese into English. Year 2000 MRS, this is the S edition, which unfortunately I don't know the car well enough to know what the S edition is, but an auction grade 3.5 with an interior grade C, 5-speed, AC, power steering, power windows, and airbag. 179,920 kilometers on it. And then the report says engine oil leak, steering wheel wear, seat wear, interior is slightly dirty and scratched, shift knob is peeling apart, door mirrors paint peeling, left front tire house liner has been ripped, exterior has paint that comes up and faded away. Roof and engine hood have paint peeling on them. Small scratches, small dents, shallow scratches. Front bumper's misaligned, paint peeling, and has medium scratches on it. Windshield rock chip, a big dent on the front left fender, paint peeling on the back, and otherwise sides are looking pretty good. And I'd say that the inspector on this one was pretty accurate with the condition. It seems about right. So, having just sold my Lotus, I have a soft spot for these because they are pretty similar.
Want to see us having fun in Japan? Go check out our new channel. Link in the description.
Pretty similar in every way. A little bit heavier, a little bit longer wheelbase, a little bit tamer, I guess. The Lotus is a little bit harsher. These ones, absolutely easy to daily, but you want to have these on the racetrack like you see them all the time here in Japan. And boy, what an experience. And then when people say, hey, tell me about your car, and you're like, yeah, it's got a Corolla engine in it, they're going to be like, what? I mean, they might make fun of you. That is until you go around a few corners. Having the engine in the back gives you more weight on the rear, giving you more grip coming out of the corners. And so something like this, you're probably not going to slide a lot. If you want to do slideies, go get a rear-wheel drive car. If you want to be fast, you want something like this. And yeah, in the racing that we do, the endurance racing that we do, these guys were the winners. Even the one that had the stock engine in it. Very, very fast. Okay, so let's look at damages. The front bumper. First off, doesn't attach to the fender properly here, and the U3 is right here. There's a dent across the top of the fender, so that fender is going to either need to be replaced or repaired. Okay, got some flex cracks here on the front bumper. The clips inside probably don't work very well anymore, and it looks like your front lip has been pushed up on the bumper, probably because it's been hit from the bottom. Also have a decent amount of paint peeling there. And it has been repainted without proper paint work, and so that's why you're seeing it peel like this. Headlights also have a clear coat on them that's peeling. And some scuffs on this side of the bumper and down here. I think it's a pretty decent looking bumper, especially considering this is a stock bumper. And you got the radiator in there. Radiator in the front, engine in the rear. So yeah, it does need a little bit of body work there. The hood itself is pretty decent. I'm seeing a couple of areas of peeling paint here and up here. Wipers also have faded paint. And a little bit of a weird resin drip on here. Yeah, that doesn't come off. It's completely hard and tacky. Okay, coming down the side, like most of the badness is in the paint having peeled. The rest of the car looking pretty good. Some minor scratches here and there, like inside the door handle here. But I'd say I'm pretty happy with the condition. A few scratches around the fuel filler. And then some weird little scratches here. Bad paint, and bad paint on the bumpers. But the bumpers are repaintable. The rest of the car is harder to deal with than the bumpers are. Bad paint here, and some bad paint here. The rest of the hood, the engine hood, is looking all right. And I'm liking this spoiler. Kind of, if you squint, has a bit of a Carrera GT look to the back end. You're gonna have to squint pretty hard, but it is there. Sides looking all right. These are functional intakes. One of them will be for the air intake, and the other one for, I don't know, air going through the engine compartment. And yeah, another look at this hardtop. I'm digging it. I think the car looks really great with this kind of sporty looking top. You get the hard glass on the back and better visibility because this window goes all the way back to here, whereas the soft top, which will be underneath there here, has a smaller window about this size. Okay, wheels are aftermarket. I think it says it's Weds Leonis. Okay. And vented discs in the back, vented discs in the front. These things stop and go faster than you think they do. Going now to the interior. Always really liked how the interior looks with that pole that you grab on in order to open and close the doors. This has got a nice little fabric there, and otherwise a just a regular standard run-of-the-mill plastics. This guy here, I thought that opened up. Never mind, but you can put something in there, like a letter to your love. Quick look at the seats. Never been a huge fan of the seats in these, but I think a lot of people are changing them out to aftermarket ones, especially if you're going to go fiercely driving. Sure, they're bolstered in the side pretty decently down below, but they don't have a lot of shoulder bolstering. And this fabric itself, or like the seat itself, is fairly minimalist. Steering wheel looks exactly like the Corolla or the Matrix. We don't have the Matrix here. We call it the Corolla Runks. And it looks completely different. Okay, this is all weird. And the hook is missing. You're also missing a bit of plastic that goes over here. This is the lock for the trunk. Okay. Fog lights, center locking, window off. Power windows are over here. Having the power windows in the center is actually kind of interesting. It gives the passenger a chance to roll down both windows if they want, which is a nice little option, I suppose. And look at this. You get a decent headliner here for the hard top. That's cool, instead of just being hard plastic or glass fiber. Very decent, minimalist stereo surround AC. There's your shift knob, badly peeling. That's an easy fix, but the steering wheel itself, pretty good. A place to put things. A place to put other things. Now, we don't sell a ton of these MRSs. So it's weird that I've just shot 2 of these in one day back to back. And covers for the seats. Let's have a quick peek at the front and then I think we're done. I think the MRS are fantastic, especially being at the point in my life where I don't have to have the car that's faster than anybody else. I just want the car that's the most fun to drive. And these ones definitely fit that bill. Where's the latch? Oh, look at that. You don't really get much up here, do you? Midship runabout. Let's see what's inside there. Oh, a spare tire. And a little bit of secret room. Clip, clip. And we're done. Year 2000 Toyota MRS. Needs a little bit of work, but honestly not too bad. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're interested in buying something like this from us, you can check out our website. There's a link to it in the description. My name is Derek from Pacific Coast Auto. Thank you so much for watching and have a nice day.